Welcome to PopCap Studios!
Get it?
So we're here and we're gonna go have a little look around, talk to some devs.
See PVZ2, it's about time.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm Michelle Morrow.
I'm Chloe Dykstra.
And welcome to
Chicks with Joysticks!
Strap yourself in, boys.
Hey guys, we are at PopCap Games in Seattle, Washington, and we are in a super secret interview room. Ooh. And we stole some devs. They're here. You guys want to tell everybody who you are?
I'm Mohan Rajakapalan, and I'm the lead designer on Plants vs. Zombies 2.
David Ryan Paul, I'm art director of PVZ2.
Awesome. And they call you DRP here, right? For short?
Yeah.
DRP.
Do people ever call you Derp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk some strategy with you because we're pretty obsessed with this game.
Yeah. This isn't the normal strategy of Plants vs. Zombies 1, because you used to be able to just do like 2 rows of sunflowers, put your row of pea shooters, put some walnuts out, and it was good.
You could zoom right through the game because you always had the same strategy, but things really changed up.
That's because we're jerks.
So, like, what are some of the new plants? Like, what are your favorite new plants?
I think my favorite's probably the coconut cannon. It's cool because you can choose when to fire it. Have you used it yet?
I haven't gotten to coconut cannon yet. Have you gotten to coconut cannon?
I haven't gotten to coconut. I'm still stuck in in ancient Egypt.
I haven't seen this one yet. So tell us about that plant.
So the way coconut cannon works is it's a little bit like the cob cannon from the first game in that it's an activated plant. You choose when to fire it. So yeah, it's really simple. You just tap on it and it releases its explosive cannonball, a coconut, and does area damage to whatever it hits. So it really kind of goes with the theme of PVZ2, which is getting the player a more active role in the game, where plant food is about taking action. Some of the power-ups are too, and then coconut cannon, it's about choosing your moment.
So if you're on the battlefield and there are so many zombies, you can't even handle what's going on, what would your strategy be?
Well, so there's basically 2 kinds of problems you can get into. One is that you're just overwhelmed by numbers, and there's lots of little things on the board. And in that situation, you want to plant food one of the catapult plants, like cabbage pult or...
Cabbage pult with the plant food is so awesome.
Right,
he is OP.
Yeah, because it fires a pretty powerful cabbage at every single target on the screen. But that's only good if you've got weak things, right? That's good enough to take out basic zombies, but it won't really do much of a dent on bucket heads or sarcophagus zombies. So if you're in that situation where there's a single tough zombie, then you really want to go with the pea shooter, plant food, or something like that, where it's doing a lot of damage in just one place.
That was my sound effect for plant food and pea shooter.
I knew
just
exactly
like
what
it.
you meant.
Wait, can I ask you what your least favorite plant is?
My least favorite? Oh, no one's ever asked me that. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a plant that I was actually overruled on. I didn't want to make it, but everyone else on the team loved it, so we had to make it.
What was it?
And that was the chili bean. And I'm going to let DRP talk about it.
You plant chili bean, and he just chills on the board, and you want to place him ideally in a row with multiple zombies.
Right.
First zombie eats him, gets a little upset stomach, and has a giant fart that stuns the other zombies. So yeah, he didn't want that joke, and everyone else did, including me. So.
Yeah, I was trying to maintain
it's a cheap gag, but it's great.
Level of class.
Do you suffer
And apparently I was wrong.
Overruled.
Do you suffer from flatulence?
Farts are always funny. They're always a good idea.
I was assured of by the entire rest of the development team, so I bowed to their wisdom.
You should just put that on a wall, like a wall. Farts are always funny. PopCap game.
Well, I had a little sympathy for, the mom that's listening to her son play the game over and over again, just keeps hearing farts coming out of the iPhone, but I guess that's just what you have to live with in the 21st century.
It is. It's actually kind of an interesting thing to be able to develop a game to cross generations.
Yes, absolutely.
It must be challenging for you.
It's super hard. Both thematically it's hard because you want things to be sort of cute and light so they're not intimidating to a younger audience, but you need to need it to feel serious enough and real enough that a serious gamer isn't just going to look at the game and
you were telling us before about the cow or the bull, rather.
That's right. Yeah. So we've got the zombie in the game called the Bull Rider, who's riding what appears to be a zombie bull. And originally, when we were working on that, we were trying to figure out how to represent the damage states of the bowl, because for anything that's really tough, you want to be able to reflect that you're making progress and doing damage. As we were doing it, we were kind of experimenting with, like, I don't know, like pieces of flesh falling off the bowl or exposing a skeleton or something, and every time we went down that route, it felt like super creepy and weird, yeah. And so I think it was the art team, actually, that just had the suggestion of, why don't we make it a robot?
Mechanical bull.
No one gets angry at robots ever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so we switched it up to be a mechanical bull, a robot, and now when you do damage to it, it kind of reveals the metal skeleton Terminator style. And
looks
you
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Started out with
Yeah.
JRP, I just out of curiosity, what's your favorite plant?
yeah, that's what I want to know.
Bok choy.
Why do you like bok choy so much?
He was our first melee fighter, essentially.
Yeah.
And you can just add so much more personality with that kind of attack.
Right.
He's just kind of built for that.
Well, my favorite part of him is his finishing blow, right? Because he
Yeah.
does an uppercut when he knocks the heads off of zombies.
He's powerful too.
I want to know what. Shut up, Ben. Let me ask. What is your least favorite plant?
This might be heresy, but I think mine might be the pea shooter. Even though it's very cute, I love the look, I typically try to use anything but when I play, just to mix it up. I mean, you gotta remember, we've been playing this game a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely like, especially as you go into the game, changing your strategy so you're using potato mines and plant food on sunflowers early to just bootstrap into the more expensive stuff and just skip the things in the 100 range.
So when you guys were implementing the plant food, how did that come about?
Plant food itself as a mechanic was definitely a central feature of what made PvZ2 into PvZ2. Before that, we were definitely having trouble trying to understand what the game was going to be and how it was going to move forward beyond what just PvZ1 was. Because we knew we wanted to do more than just new plants and new zombies and backgrounds. And I think the key idea behind it was this sense of making the game more interactive. Because while PvZ2 is PvZ1 was a great strategy game, I always got the sense that after a certain point, I was just sitting back and watching.
Sure, yeah.
Right. And I wanted to break the player out of that a little bit, like make it feel like you were engaged the whole way through. And so that's when we came up with the idea of some kind of action you could take that would matter all the way through the game.
So now, just out of curiosity, do you guys have the Song of the Sunflower on your iPod playlist?
I do not. I think.
Michelle, they are so sick of that song.
I know.
Yes, I've got it in here on infinite loop forever. So
Haunting you.
that's right.
There could be worse songs to have in your head. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.